Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I've got a Swatchfest for you, as you probably know from the title. We are going to go through my beautiful, oh no, don't fall, please don't fall. My beautiful Colourpop Build Your Own palette. I'm going to swatch all of my shades. I got 24 shades in this palette, and just as a little extra, because I did order them at the same time, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got five, there we go. I've got 9, sorry, not 5, I've got 9 of the Colourpop cream gel liner pencils. So I'm going to swatch these guys as well. I do have a little clip though that I did put in as I did film as I received these. I literally got home from work. These are waiting as I got in, and I just kind of filmed myself putting them into the palette just to kind of go through the colours a little bit. But after I show you this clip, I will be moving on to swatches. Oh my god, okay, so I've waited on this order to come in for so long, and it's here, and I haven't even I opened it, I've cut it open to save us a bit of time, but like I haven't actually opened this box yet. And let's open it. It's all the Colourpop eyeshadows. Your dreams came true. Yes, it did. I got my shadows. So it's super bubble wrap. Jesus, there's a lot of bubble wrap. Okay, I see one colour that I'm so excited for, that I've been so excited for, and it's this one. This is what made me order this exact eyeshadow, because I've been like, I don't have a shimmery hot pink, and now I do. But I do have one, but it's like not great, and it's like a really old kind of pigment that I have that you can't even get anymore. But like now I've got this, and it's so nice. This is Solstice with the Mostest, isn't it? Yes, Solstice with the Mostest. I'm gonna show you guys me putting them into the palette, in whatever which way I organize them. But yeah, let me take these guys out. They're like so close, and I'm like right here. I'm just gonna kind of take them out of the packet, the little plastic packaging that they're in, and pop them into the palette. Just kind of throw them in and go through what colours I bought. But I will be doing swatches, and I probably will reorganize this palette as well. I'm gonna open this one first because I think this might be a casualty, and I'm not sure. It looks a little bit loose in the pan. This is Mr. Sandman. I was really excited about this colour as well. It's so soft. Oh my god, okay, yeah. It's very, very easily broken. So that's Mr. Sandman. It's like this taupey base with like a kind of a teal and purple shift to it. It just, I feel like it might fall out of the actual palette, so I'll just have to be very careful with that one.
Okay, so this is my palette, and I might have a little rearrange. I might actually take a photo of that though, because I like the colour combinations in that. I'm going to have a rearrange, and you shall see some swatches coming up.
Okay, got my wipe ready. Prepare myself, got my sleeve up because we're going to do them on my arm. I'm going to move over so you can see properly kind of what I'm doing. I've got my mirror here so I can see exactly what I'm doing without actually having to look at the viewfinder all the time. I'm going to start with the shadows because that's obviously the most important part, or the most exciting part for me anyway. Please don't fall. Okay, I keep moving my liners and they keep about to fall. So I said in the little clip that I might rearrange these, but I haven't because I kind of like how they look in this palette, but I might still rearrange them, I'm not sure. These are my beautiful colours. These are all the colours I picked out. I kind of just, okay, so Angelica Nyqvist, is that how you say her name? I know, correct me if I'm wrong. She kind of did a whole thing of like her swatches of what colours she got 24 as well. And then when I was watching that, I was like, these are beautiful and I want one. And then I was like, no, Carly, you don't need one. You have so many colours. And then I caved and I have no self-control, so I bought one. So yeah, I kind of just picked out some of the ones that I was like, oh my god, I actually do need certain colours. Like this pink up here needed it because I don't actually have a pink shimmery, like metallic fuchsia neon pink. Just certain shades were really interesting that I thought I would get. And then some I just kind of added in as like things that I would use and I know I would use a lot. So yeah, that's basically it. So we are going to start in this corner right here. So let's just take this one out. So this is Mr. Sandman is the first shade. When I receive this, I will just put a little kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Announcement or PSA? Public service announcement? Yeah, whatever. When I received this colour and a couple of shades, and I'll point them out as I go, they did seem like they weren't actually fully pressed into the palette, and I think that's just due to the shipping from them like rattling around a little bit. Now there was you'll see, you obviously will have seen in the video, but I just feel like that I had to kind of just squash it down a little bit more because it's just very soft, but I think it's the texture of the shadow as well. So this is like a taupey purpley kind of lilac shade as a base, and then it's got this gorgeous kind of teal sort of, not really teal, more like minty silvery sort of duochrome to it. It's so shiny, it's so pretty, so gorgeous, and the base is a little bit warm as you're blending it out, so it's just so nice. Oh my god, have I used this yet? No, I have used one or two and I'll point out which ones I've used already. I don't think I've used this one yet, so that is Mr. Sandman. The next one is a colour I've been very, very excited for, and I've been very excited to receive. I've been very into this kind of colour, and I don't know if I'm being like super trendy with this, but I'm very excited about this. This is Team Captain, and it's like a khaki green, like an army green sort of shade. It's a matte finish, and this is just, I don't know, it's just a colour I've been really, really into. I don't know if it's because of the you will see it in the Emerald Huda palette. There's a colour in that I really, really loved as well, and this is a little bit similar. It's a bit lighter and probably a little bit more green as opposed to like a green brown. So that's it with like 3 swatches on top. It's just gorgeous. It's so pretty, and I'm so excited about that one. So then next we are on to Chic Happens. This is also a matte finish. This is like a matte mauvey sort of shade. It reminds me a little bit of MAC's Hoax, or Ho, if you want to say it like that. I say Hoax. It's just this matte mauve shade. This and this would look beautiful. These 3 would actually look really cool together. But this and this would look beautiful together. Very nice. So that's a matte mauve. Very nice to just have in the collection to kind of blend into purple. So you don't want to be pinky purple, you want it to be like mauvey purple, a bit more neutral purple. So really nice. Okay, and then this is the reason that I actually did order this palette. I was, like I said, I was kind of back and forth between whether I wanted to order or not. This is the reason I wanted to order it. This is the shade Solstice with the Mostest. This is the fuchsia pink. Like, it's so bright, especially like in real life, it's brighter than it is on the camera, so that'll just tell you. It's this shimmery fuchsia pink, hot pink sort of shade. Like, I feel like if Barbie was to create a colour, this would be it. That's basically how I feel about it. It's just so pretty. And I don't have a lot of shimmery pinks like this. I've got some matte pinks like this and satin pinks like this, but just not shimmery the way this one's shimmery. It's got a little bit of like a, let me just check. Yeah, like a slight purple sparkle in it as well, so it's really, really nice. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. This is going to go really well with a look that I have coming up eventually. It's always eventually. Okay, and then the next shade I have is called Misty. I have used this. I actually wore this on Valentine's Day because it's like soft pink and I wanted to be like a little bit festive, but like not really obnoxiously festive. So I was like, soft pinks, we'll do soft pinks on the eyes. So this is really nice. It's quite foiled, and to be honest, I'd say it'd look better wet on the eye or with a really sticky base or like a glitter glue base. So that's how this one goes on. Swatch is really nice. It's a little bit more orangey on my skin than it is when you actually see it in the pan. It's a lot more pink in the pan. I think that's just a reflex of it. But on the skin, it's a little bit more peachy pink, but quite neutral as well. So it's very nice, but I do think you need to either wet it or put a very sticky glitter glue underneath it. Okay, so this one I'm very, very excited about as well. This is called Tiki, and it's like this, I'm gonna say a burnt yellow. So like not a dark yellow. It's like yellow that's not like a lemon yellow. Like lemon yellow to me is quite bright and like a little bit pastel, on the pastel kind of side. This is more like kind of like a banana yellow. Getting all fruity. It's like a matte, but some of the mattes in this have like little, what looks like in the pan, little specks of a sheen through it, but on the skin they don't really show up like that. So this one here is the matte yellow. This I have also got another shadow in here that I'm going to show you in a few minutes that goes really well with this, but this is just gorgeous. It's an interesting yellow. It's not like a normal kind of chrome yellow or anything like that. It's very, very interesting. It's a little bit softer than a bright yellow. Okay, and the next shade I got that I was going back and forward whether I actually wanted to get this colour or not, because I was a bit like, do I really, really want this kind of colour? But then I realised you actually you have to fill the palette completely to actually get the deal, obviously. And I was like, screw it, I'm just going to get it because I was thinking about getting it. This is the shade Bel Air, which is a soft brown sort of shade. Not too orangey, which is what I was worried about. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to get it or not. If it was too orangey. But it's actually not. It's a really nice kind of a caramel sort of shade. It's a matte finish as well, so I think this would be really nice on my skin. It's not too orange. I find a lot of brands are very orange on me, so I always try to go cooler than what you would imagine I would be wanting, especially even if it's warm. I still go a little bit cooler than what you would think. This is like perfect. This is like coffee caramel mocha kind of color. Really, really pretty. And then this is the next shade. This is Earth Shine. It's that one there. It's this very soft pink with a kind of blue, baby blue shimmer through it. This is the second shade that made me buy this palette. So this is one that Angelica had. She had a few of these, good few of these. But this one she was showing and I was like, oh my god, that looks beautiful. So it's just this really soft pink, like a lavender pink, like cool, very cool tone pink with the bluey purpley flecks through it. It's just so pretty. That's not a swatch. It's so pretty. Like, and I feel like this goes on nicely with your fingers. You can like, what I did actually on Valentine's Day was I used Misty on my lid and then I pressed a little bit just on the center just to give it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more extra color as well. So he is beautiful. And the next one is a shade I was actually quite excited about that I wasn't sure I was going to buy, but well, I was sure I was going to buy when I seen it, but I wasn't anticipating buying something like this. This is called Baseline, and this is like a periwinkle, but it's very interesting when it's actually on the skin. It's quite bright in that it's, I don't know, the kind of purple periwinkle tone to it is very, very noticeable. Very bright. You see that? Yeah. It's very nice. I don't know, I just think it'd be really, really, these last two here, the Earth Shine and the Baseline, would look really, really nice together as well. I think that would be quite, ooh, and a little bit of the yellow. I love doing this. I love putting colours like this out and then being like, oh, they go nice together and they go nice together and there's a little sunset happening right here. Like, that's what I love to do. And then the next one I have is Bashful, and this is a kind of a pewter gold with a green undertone to it. It's very hard to describe. It's got like a slight duochrome as well. I got this because I thought it would go quite nice with the team captain. I think that'd be really pretty. So that's him here. I think he's just really interesting. I don't know why. I think it's a nice neutral green, like a neutral version of green. Something that'd be very wearable, but it still is green and still has a bit of colour to it. Very nice. And then the next one is a matte shade. This is the shade Conjure Up, and it's this like deep teal sort of shade. It's a matte finish, and this is very pigmented. I swatched this on my hands and I was like, holy moly. Yeah, very, very pigmented on the arm, but will be on the eye as well. I just think it's something that I like to have, that kind of a green somewhere in my collection, just to have it. And I do get a bit of use of it when I do greens, because I do wear greens a good bit. I do love my greens. And then this next one is, this is the first two, this will be the last of this set of swatches, and then I'll wipe off and then we'll start again. This is the shade Koi, and this is a very soft, slightly pastel orange. I got this is the one I said that I have to kind of go with the tiki, the yellow, because I just think like, whoo, they look really pretty together. So let's give this a little swatch. I have this thing, okay, so I'm not a big like warm kind of orangey brown sort of look, but I love like a tangerine orange, if that makes sense, like orange with yellow in it. I don't know why, I've been obsessed with that colour the past like few months, but this is how this looks, and this is exactly the kind of colour I'm talking about. So this is probably a bit more muted than I mean, but it's definitely the undertone that I like. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's just so, it's so interesting. Like something like this buffed all over the eye. Little bit of like a shimmer just pressed onto it. Nothing that's going to be too noticeable. Just a slight bit of sheen, just give it a bit of dimension. Loads of mascara. And it just looks so interesting. And like you could do any sort of lip then with whatever you wanted. So this is our first set of swatches. Nice mix of colours. I definitely don't like to go too all the one sort of tone. I wanted to go for something that's a little bit of a mix up, mashup, so I can get a nice range of colours. I'm like completely blocking my face here, so that way I can get a nice block of colours. And yeah, I still don't know if I'm going to rearrange them. I haven't decided yet. So let's go on to the last two rows and our second batch of swatches. Okay, so we're on to our second set of swatches, and this one is called Baby Lights. I'm blind, I swear to God. Baby Lights. So this is actually a little bit similar to the Sideline. Bashful. Sideline was another one actually. I was going to buy Sideline. I was between Bashful and Sideline. Baby Lights is more duochrome, and it's definitely more green, but with a really strong gold base. It's definitely more noticeable on the skin. Yeah, it's really nice. It's like the amped up version of that other one, and I think that would look really nice actually with the Koi, the orangey sort of shade. That would look really, really cool together, because it would bring the kind of goldenness out of the base, the kind of browny undertones, and then you just have that flash of green across the lid. So pretty. And then this next shade I got mainly because of how bright it was. Bear in mind, when I was going through each and every one of these, they have a big, obviously, like choices that you can choose from. I literally went and looked at both Temptalia swatches and just general Google swatches of every single colour that was on that section of the page to put into these palettes. So every single eyeshadow you could put into these palettes, I checked swatches on both dark and pale skin, mainly pale skin because I'm like as white. And yeah, that's a lot of shadows, and it took me like 2 days. 2 days to do this, okay? But I got this because in the swatches this looked so bright, and in real life it is so bright. It's so freaking bright. This and the Solstice with the Mostess, like, oh yeah, so pretty. I always like put, when I'm doing these kind of things, like for my everyday life, I just put together like quite monochrome looks, like with a monochrome lid and a monochrome crease, like the same sort of colours. But I don't actually go for those kind of styles in general. But this is a matte shade. This is a matte fuchsia pink, and this one is the most pigmented matte in the entire palette that I bought. This is one of the best bright pinks I've ever used. I haven't used yet. I've ever swatched in my entire life. So we can see in future videos how that actually looks on the eye and how it performs with a brush. But with, so far, it's looking promising. This one is one I got, and I've probably talked about this kind of colour before with my Makeup Geek shadows and all that kind of jazz, which I might do a Swatchfest of those. I'm thinking about making Swatchfest a thing where I just swatch stuff because I think it's fun. I like watching swatch videos. This is the shade Take the Lead, and this is the exact kind of grey brown that I love, and it's a matte finish, and I will always buy this kind of colour in any brand I see it. I will always have this colour in my collection. It's the kind of colour I need all the time in my collection. I don't really, but like, I just like having it. My Makeup Geek one, the Friend Zone, that's the one I have for Makeup Geek. Oh my god, so like I'm getting a dent in it already, and I don't even have it that long. And I told my boyfriend like that's like my favourite kind of colour to buy. If I'm buying a neutral, it's like my favourite one. And I'm already getting a dent in it, and he was like, I'll buy you more, and I was like, that's why I'm with you. But this is a matte grey that has a brown undertone. So when you start kind of blending it out, like you can kind of see here, it's a little bit of a brown to it, but it's mainly grey. So on my skin, I'm quite cool toned with my skin. This goes so nicely as a crease colour that just looks like a natural kind of shadow in my crease, or a brow colour because I'm like quite an ashy blonde, so I like it for my brows. My brows are a lot stronger today than I normally do them, but yeah. Contour, I've used this for contour, especially around Halloween time. It's like great, but not to scare you off by saying it's a Halloween contour, it's gonna make you look dead. I mean, if you like that kind of greyish sort of contour, it's amazing. It's basically a little bit like MAC's Copper Plate that they discontinued without actually giving me any warning, so I couldn't buy 10 of them. And I was like, I'm never using it because I don't want it to run out. And then I found the Makeup Geek one. I was like, oh my god, I found it. And then I found this one. I'm like, oh my god, I found another one. So yeah, I will always have that kind of colour. And then the next one I have is called Hear Me Out. And this is just like a nude matte skin tone shade. Slightly peachy tone. Not really though. Just has a little bit of warmth in it. You're probably not even going to see this on my skin. It's a touch bright, I wouldn't say lighter, but brighter than my skin. So it does show up as a nice brow bone highlight. That's kind of what I got it for. I thought it'd be nice just to have some sort of like a neutral from, like a nude from from Colourpop, just to kind of have it and just see what it's like. And I do use those colours a lot as well. Okay, and then the next shade, I've been so excited for this colour. Oh my god, every time I looked at swatch, I was like, oh, you're so beautiful. This is the shade Glass Bull. So it's like the Mr. Sandman a little bit, but it's more intense. It's got that taupey purpley sort of shade. This is also one of those ones that slightly wasn't fully pressed into the pan. This one's got a little bit more of a pink undertone to the base as well, but the duochrome on this guy is insane. This is like, it's got such a bright teal and mint sort of duochrome. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So pretty. Like, this is just, I just can't wait to just wear that on its own. And it looks like I've put loads of work in, but I haven't been wearing it to work when I'm in early or something like that. And like, yeah, it'll look like everyone will be really impressed, and I'd be like, yeah, it took me like hours to do my makeup. It does sometimes, but not when I'm in early, it doesn't. And then the next shade I got is the shade Antimatter. This is very like the colour that I love, the kind of shimmery, dark, really glittery sort of colour from the Huda Beauty Sapphire palette. Kind of similar to that, but I actually feel like I like the texture of this one slightly more, just slightly. Like, the other one is beautiful. It's definitely my favourite colour of like that Huda has ever done. But I do really like this texture. This is like a deep, almost navy, but the shimmer in it is like purple and teal. So depending on what way it turns in the light, I'm not sure if you can actually see that. Like, when I'm looking at it here, it's purple. Like, I can see purple right now. And then when I look at it, like, where is he? there, like I'm looking at it like here where the light's reflecting straight onto it, it's like teal, but the base is navy. It's just beautiful, and I just love it so much. So, and it even swatches amazingly, and it's exactly that kind of scarab beetle sort of shade. So pretty. You need like one swipe, but we're gonna do a second one just because I like to pack on. This is just gorgeous, and just depending on what way the light hits it, if you just put down like a black base, do like your blending work in the crease, a little bit of touch of brown, maybe that, like take the lead shade, the kind of taupey one that I like, that in the crease, and then a little bit like a dark navy or a black or something like that, and then press that on the lid. Oh, you're gonna have the most beautiful blue smoky eye ever. And then the next shade we have is called Made to Last, and this is a matte shade as well. Not as well, the last two weren't even matte, but another matte shade. This is like a soft pink. So if I show you the other shade, I'm just going to show you them side by side. Chic Happens, this is more purple, this is a little bit more rose sort of shade, like a dusty rose, where this is a little bit more mauve. So there is a difference between them. This is a bit warmer. I have worn this on Valentine's Day as well. I wore it with the shade Misty and the Earth Shine, and the next one I've worn as well. I'll show you that in a sec. This is so nice and so pigmented as well. So beautiful. This is really nice, like as a warm, not brown, but like just a warm shade in my crease, because I'm quite fair and I do have more of a cool tone, so the pinky shades blend better with my skin. This is beautiful, so beautiful, and it blends so easy. You don't need a lot of product with the mattes in these. They do pick up a lot, so you need to be careful you don't get too much kick up, but like one dab of your brush, you're flying. It's amazing. The next one I have is Get Out. Love the movie, by the way. I actually do remember saying that in the little clip. Yeah, I remember now, because I filmed that little clip like last week. I've been having these sitting here for like a week before doing this swatch video, so you know, this is what happens when you work. So this is a little bit more pink, more rosy, more, that's the last one there. So this is more neutral, this is more pink in it. This is the shade I put with that one and the Misty and the Earthshine on Valentine's Day, and they just blended so easy, and there's a lot of kick up from this shade. But this is a little bit more like, if you mix like a burgundy and a pink together and a bit of brown, you'd get this colour. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we're on the home stretch for the eyeshadows. Still have the liners, but we're on the home stretch for the eyeshadows, the last four. So this next one is a shimmer, and this is called Heavenly. And it's just very pale. Oh my god, oh my god. It's this very pale, minty, bluey, seafoamy green sort of shade. I'm very bad at describing this kind of colour. Very pale and really shimmery. There's like a silvery sort of tone to it. It's gorgeous. I'd say on me it comes up a little bit more mint, not as much blue, because I think in the pictures and swatches I've seen it looked a little bit blue, but that just depends on the lighting and depends on the skin tone and it's a photograph, and you can never go fully by photograph, but I do like to just have a reference. And then the next shade is 143, that's the actual name, and this is a bright like purple magenta, like a grapey magenta, if that makes sense. It's a matte finish, so this will go really nice with one of the other colours that I bought as well that you'll see in a sec. So let's pop this here. This one, it's touch patchy, but I think when you're actually using it with the brush it's actually going to be fine, so I'm not too worried about this. 3 goes. It's touch patchy, but I mean, like purple, as everyone knows, is quite hard. I'm not mad at it. I'll forgive, I'll forgive. This next one is actually one that surprised me when I swatched it. I was like kind of swatching myself before I was like filming this, just because I wanted to play with them. And this surprised me at how much I actually like it, because it just doesn't really look like much in the pan. But it looks, you can probably see there, it's super reflective. It's like a mirror. It's like so shiny. This is just divine on the eyes. Or well, it's gonna be divine on the eyes. It's got a little bit of a taupiness to it, but it's like this pinky shimmer, like a taupe and pink and a little bit of brown and like super metallic. But like imagine that like on the eyes with like where is he? Bel Air. No, that's not Bel Air. Bel Air from the other set of swatches, was in the other set of swatches. With Bel Air, ah, gorgeous. Or even this and these two, or just this one, ah, even prettier. And then the final one, this is to go with the purple. And it's a bright shimmery purple. This is the shade Paradiso. Yes, Paradiso. Paradiso? I don't know. It's this basically like that purple shade, but the shimmery version of it. It's a little bit more pink because it's more shimmery. And it's obviously a stronger pigment because it's more shimmery, so I'm literally on my elbow right now. It's a lot more shimmery as well, but I think these two go really well together. That's gonna go really well with the pink. It'll go really well with the blue. It just look really cool. This would look really cool with the purple blending it out and a little bit of the pink blending it out. And then this like on the inner corner. That would look fab. See, I just love this. This is so fun. But it's just got this slight pink undertone to it, so it makes it a little bit more warm. So this is our second set of swatches. And yeah, I am in love with these shadows. They're amazing. I think that they are just so nice. I'm so happy that I actually did invest in them. I was so excited for this package to come. But I feel like now I've got a little bit more of like an individual stash of colours that I might want to do, like, just, I know I do a lot of like looks where I don't use specific palettes for certain looks. I literally go through like my Inglot collection or pigments or whatever. But I'm thinking about doing like maybe a, you know, focus on, not all of these, but like focus on like maybe take out 4 colours and do a look with it. You know, and same with my Makeup Geek, because I don't have as many Makeup Geek. Actually, no, I do. That's a lie. That's a very big lie. I do have a lot of Makeup Geek, but I think if I do something like that, that might be fun. I don't know. I don't know. So let's move on. We're gonna go on to the pencil liners. I'm gonna do these kind of more up close. I'm gonna like swatch them here and like go like that for you, just so you can see them better, because obviously they're gonna be a lot thinner. Okay, so these are the Colourpop cream gel liners. These are the pencils. They do them in so many colors and they're only like €5. Was it in euro? Yeah, €5. I'm closer. Hi. They were like €5, so I just bought a range of colors that I felt like I needed. I do have colored liners, but I feel like they're on the way out. I need to throw them out, but I didn't want to throw them out without getting replacements, and these are just different. So I got some fun colors, because I do like to use pencils as bases, and I do like to put them in the waterline. I do just like to have nice pencils, and these are so creamy. They're so nice. They're twisted pencils, so you could just retract them. And this one is in the shade Exit. So this is the white, because surprisingly enough, you might think that I have white liner. I do. I've got a shimmery one. I don't have a matte one. So yeah, I needed a matte white liner. I only have the Urban Decay Yayo. The next shade I actually have it on my waterline now. It's probably like worn off because I had it on in work, and I've been like, it's like 1 AM. So yeah, this is the shade Honey Dude. Honey Dude? Yeah, Honey Dude. It's just a nude, and this is so nice as well. Can confirm they do last really well. This one you're probably not going to be able to see as well because it's skin color and it's the same as my skin. But they're so cream, like cream gel liner. That's exactly what they look like gel on the actual eye. They're just so pretty. And I'm just happy I found nice liners, like pencil liners that are brightly colored, that aren't glittery. Like, that's so nice, because then I can just use them as a base and put whatever I want on top. This next shade is called Punch, and this is the yellow, and this is just so nice. It's so bright, like it's like almost neon. Like, look at that. It's so bright, so bright. And then the next one we are on to is Puppy. I don't know why, the names are a bit weird for me. This one's called Puppy. This is the orange. This actually would have looked really cool today. I should have done this instead. Why didn't I do that? So this one is also so bright. This is probably the brightest of them all. It's so intense, so nice. And then the next one is a colour that I actually didn't have. So I didn't have a colour like this. This is the shade Boots, and it's the like magenta fuchsia sort of shade. And this is gorgeous as well. So you can see how creamy they are. Like, I know I'm doing a few swipes, but they're just so nice. So nice. I say that a lot, don't I? And then the next one is Piggy Bank. This is the purple. So this goes with this, actually these two, this would go quite well with the pinks and this would go quite well with the purples that I bought. So, didn't even think about that. So I just bought colours because I just like having colour liners. I'm gonna do it down here. Like, for real? Seriously? And then the next one, this is actually quite an interesting shade. This one is called Prance, and I know Angelica, I keep mentioning her because I'm obsessed with her a little bit. She's like my favourite now. She swears by this pencil, and I was like, I'll just have to buy it then, won't I? Some of them have kind of come out a little bit, like the kind of, it's not doing it now, but it was doing it a second ago. They've kind of separated a little bit, but it's fine. I don't mind that. It happens a lot with twist up pencils. But this is like a periwinkle blue or like a sky blue, depending on what colours you want to put. Look, there we go. It's kind of, there we go, yeah, it's come out. But again, I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. You just have to be careful when you're opening it because it could fall. But it's pencil liners. They're just on a little thing. They're so skinny that they can just snap. It's just the way they are. This next one is called Teaspoon, and this is a green. This is like a true green. This is like, as I would describe, an Irish green. Not being biased at all because I'm Irish. So yeah, that's the green just there. And then the last one for our Swatchfest is the shade Swerve, and this is the black. And this is just so creamy. It's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I'll definitely be buying more of these. The only thing is I always get stuck with customs with Colourpop. It's from America, and that sucks. I always forget that as well. I've only made 2 orders from Colourpop, but I always do forget that. But I will definitely be buying more. If I do make a big order, then I'll buy more, because then it's kind of more worth the customs charge, you know what I mean? So these are all the products. Alrighty guys, I hope you all enjoyed my little swatch fest. I love these, I love swatching things. I sometimes just sit here while I'm like editing or something like that and like going through my drawer, or I'm organising stuff. I'm just like swatching everything, even though I know what they look like. I just like swatching them, I don't know why. But yeah, this is my little swatch fest, and I'm thinking about doing like a swatch series, and I'll just kind of throw them out there. Maybe talk throughs, maybe not even, maybe just music or something like that. I don't know, we might, I don't know, we'll find out and see what happens. Eventually, that'll be my like catchphrase from now on, watch. But I do love this, and I love the palette itself. It's so like pretty, and it's like slightly holographic and slightly iridescent. It's so nice. But these are my beautiful, my beautiful colours, and I love them, and I still might rearrange them, and I probably won't, I don't know. And then we've also got my 9 liners that I just showed you as well. So if you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up below. If I always do this like spinny thing when I'm like doing my little outro, I don't know why, I feel like it makes me seem more fun. Give me a big thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments what you think of the video, and also if you've purchased from the Build Your Own Palette thing, because it's a really good deal. This was like 24 eyeshadows, single eyeshadows, full size eyeshadows that I could pick myself in whatever size I want, but I picked 24 because it was €45. €45 for 24 eyeshadows and the palette. My entire purchase was €89. That's with 5, I keep saying 5, 9 liners. Like, that's amazing. That's so good. Because if you think about it, if you're buying, put pink in that, if you're buying a palette, like making your own palette, say in MAC or say in Inglot or say something like that, you're paying like, I know in MAC it's definitely €7 per eyeshadow, and it's like a tenner for the palette. And if you were to get 15 in a palette, that's over €100. In euro anyway. I don't know what it is everywhere else, but that's the way it is. And the same in Inglot, it's like €6.50 or something like that for the shadows, and then, or like €6 for the shadows, and then it's like €10 for the palette. So it's like over €100 if you were to get like 15. That's mad. And this is 24 and it was €45. That's amazing. That's such a bargain. I was thinking about getting just 12, but then the 12 was €30. So I was like, I'm just gonna get 24, screw it. But yeah, I love everything. You let me know if you've done this and what colours you love as well, in case I do make another purchase and I might want some more colours. And yeah, let me know what colours that I might be missing that you have, that you love, let me know. And also if you like the liners as well, because I love these colours. I love a rainbow. I love my rainbows. And hit subscribe to see some more videos, see some more Swatchfests if I do end up doing them. If this video is popular, I will probably do one. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!